Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of this Let's Play of Legend of Keepers as the Enchantress, who's my favorite character of the three. I haven't played the Engineer a whole lot, so she might end up being a favorite eventually, but right now I love the Enchantress so much. So, in our last episode, we fought some pretty powerful heroes coming into our dungeon, and now it's time to rest up and recuperate a little bit. So let's take a look at where our monsters sit. Looks like we have a couple of monsters that absolutely must take a break. And then we'll pull a couple of these ones, pull a couple out to make sure we have some choices here. And, okay, excellent. So, we can either upgrade our traps. Let's take a look at those. We have level 2s of these 3, so we could hit a level 3 with any of those. I don't know if we could upgrade this one while it's away, but this is honestly not my favorite trap in this one, although I should be making more use of it based on the fact that we have this cool burning ice artifact that would complement those traps pretty well. We can also do a workout to make our master stronger, or an event to get, who knows what'll happen. I think we'll do engineer here, event here, black market, sell monsters in your garrison that are no longer useful to you. Unavailable or injured monsters are less valuable. I probably don't really want to sell anybody. I'm not real happy with this one, but I think I can make it work better with these guys with thorns. I think I can make a team work pretty well with them. They just need to be upgraded. So let's hit the engineer up. So we've got a portal upgrade. It'll apply frostbite 3 instead of 2. But this doesn't increase the damage, because unlike other stacks of things like bleed or poison, it doesn't depend on the number of stacks. This is just the amount of time. So that's really just 5% more of their life as ice damage. So it's not bad, but it's not great. The nature one goes up in damage, and the nature weakness goes on for an additional turn. That's quite potent, actually. That's quite potent. And then the furnace goes up to burn 3. Now again, frostbite and burn are stronger because of this artifact, but this is the better upgrade. So let's go with this one. And then we might actually think about applying something like, let's upgrade this polar portal. It actually does 5 more damage than this one. So, not knowing what kind of heroes we're going to be up against, whether they resist fire or ice, we don't really ever know that ahead of time. So we might as well upgrade the one that does more damage. We have some things that work with frostbite pretty well. We also have some stuff that works with burn. So be happy with either one of these, but we can only pick one. Why does this one cost so much more? I definitely want to go with the polar portal. I could upgrade this one too. Let's do it. Okay, we have no money, so let's go to the event. Bloodthirsty Coach. Some kind of ogre pretending to be a monster trainer offers you his services in exchange for some fresh blood. A succubus would help you lower the price. Is he going to +1 level both of these for 35 blood? Absolutely. That's amazing. Black market, I don't want to sell any of my monsters. So did they both get leveled up? Oh my god, they did. That's amazing. This guy probably cost a fortune to level up because he's rare. So that was pretty cool. I had plenty of blood. I collected every time I go into a dungeon. Let's hit another event. Innovation. The R&D manager has developed a new trap and seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you for a few coins. I almost never have the money for this because I do events when I don't have money. So, oil cauldron. I've used this one before. It's cool, but I can't buy it, unfortunately. I think it lowers their fire resistance by coating them in oil, which is pretty cool. So I have to refuse that for now. Trainer or plunder. Do we have spare monsters? We have a little bit of spare monsters. I think we'll be okay. Let's head to plunder. It's going to take this one, so we have to be careful that whoever goes, we don't pick one that lowers their motivation. So production workshop, we could upgrade a trap. Prolific gold mine, we could get a lot of gold, but pretty good chance of injuring one of these 3. Or a haunted crypt, fair amount of gold, only 1 in 4 chance of getting artifacts. So I say we get this large amount of gold. That's pretty nice. Let's plunder. And we injured the one that was weakened already, which is fine, I guess. Got a lot of gold. Actually, we rolled close to the maximum out of that. That's awesome. And now we have heroes to fight here, so let's take a look at our monsters. We have plenty of choices here, so I think we'll leave this person at home. We're getting a little bit low on monsters available because we've sent several of them out. So let's go ahead and let's put the poison ones together, and we'll put these 3 back here. That'll be fine. Okay, and then let's see. Veterans will give us an artifact and a small amount of gold. I say we do the veterans. There's no disaster room to help us out, so these 2 would be way easier. We get more money from this one, and we get a trap. We don't need traps so much. We have good traps. From those 3 I have, those are the 3 I just want to be reusing over and over. So I don't really need more traps, but artifacts are so good. I think we're going to go with the veterans. Less money, but it's more fun, and I like the artifacts. Okay, so we are in. This is a cool looking dungeon. It's like an armory. I forgot to look at what the name of the place was. So we have monsters, trap, spell, trap, monsters, master. Okay, so we have here a disciple, level 4. Ice damage, removes penalties once, and morale loss reduced by 50%. A lot of health, pretty good morale. We have a sorceress, replaces one of her penalties with a bonus at the start of her turn once. Can't be affected by demoralize. So both of these guys are going to be removing penalties, which is actually pretty good because we have the opportunity to just give them a single stack of poison, and then that's what they'll get rid of, and then we can just give them more, whatever. And then we have the Imajagan, I don't know how to say this. Gives 30% of a hero's maximum morale after a fight once. Damage and morale taken from traps reduced by 50%. Okay, these passives aren't too bad. We can actually kind of work around this pretty well. Now, if I had a morale team, I would be in big trouble here. Morale loss reduced by 50%. Can't be affected by demoralized. Takes 50% from damage and morale from traps. So it's a good thing we're not trying to scare these guys out because this would be bad. So if the front's going to get hit with ice and air... Ooh, this guy's really bad against air. Oh no. So we're going to have to put one of these. We'll put Tool, and then Tajiko, and then Shinra. This person hits the back for air. Uh-oh. There we go. That looks better. Okay, what was this? Oh yeah, ice damage from monsters' attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it's lower than the ice resistance. Cool. So if we have a trap coming up here, we could do nature damage and elemental weakness. So we could hit them with this and give them nature weakness, and then when they take this damage from this spell, they'll take more nature damage, and then they'll have elemental weakness, and then we can hit them with the portal or the furnace before we decide on our monsters in the last room. Now, the monsters in the last room... apply burn. Ricochets to heroes affected by burn, his front attack. So that's looking like a good combo. Thorns, and this person works with burn or frostbite, so it's looking like we'll use the furnace here. So I think that's going to be poisonous plant, furnace, and then in this room we can really do a lot of good fire damage. So it's ice in the front, air in the front. Might be... This one gains thorns if the target's ice resistance is negative. So I think we might actually want... So text the one in the front. This person doesn't have negative ice resistance, unfortunately. So this character is going to be my less useful character, so that character will tank. One in the back will be dealt air damage. We don't want him getting hit by ice, so it's going to have to be this character here. That looks good to me. Let's get started. Picture of a shady vampire type character up here. Applies tiredness 3, damage dealt reduced by 30%. Or flint shards. Nature damage applies nature weakness. That's probably what we want. Combos off of these other monsters as well as the next trap. Poison leaves. Yes, we want to apply the AoE poison damage so that these two will replace them. And then we could avoid using a... Oh no, let's see, they'll use one at the start of his turn once. So we want to use it again to make sure that everybody has at least one stack for them to be used so that these powers are used up. Okay, so they're kicking my butt, but we've used up both of these passives. This one won't be used because nobody's lost morale. Can we fix that? No, I don't think so. But nature weakness will be good. That guy in the back is in trouble. All right, poison plant. A Christmas Minotaur back here. Okay, so we want to hit him with the magical brambles to do fairly good nature damage and more elemental weakness. Okay, this character gets to go first. That's actually really nice. I don't usually go first. Air resistance is negative. Only one of them does. Eruption, if they're affected by frostbite. Thunderstorm is the one that does air weakness and air damage. Damage dealt doubled if the target's affected by burn. And it does air damage. Now, air's okay. It's not bad. It's actually sort of net 0 with negative 35 and plus 35 between these two. So I think we'll use the Thunderstorm. Or do we want to stack up more burns? I think we want the damage. That character is now going to die, which is great. Spark will ricochet to all heroes affected by burn. Okay, so all we have is this one. It's our only choice. So we could Thunderstorm. I think we want to do that. This character will die on her turn. Or now. Excellent. We're doing a good job of keeping people from getting to our master. The two-bird stone. This is the one that attacks targeting only the hero at the front, deal 30% of the damage to the hero position behind the target. So a small ricochet effect. But that's all attack, so any of my monsters that are attacking the front, which is pretty cool. Crystal Skull, chance my monsters come back to life as a skeleton. Or the person at the back loses speed and has half maximum life, but they attack twice. When you tell them to do an attack, they do it twice, which is really cool. But God, that makes everybody die in one hit. In the back, it's... Oh, I don't know. I didn't really like this one. I think I'd like to try it again sometime, but maybe with tankier minions. Because it's so hard to keep that one in the back from dying. I think I'm going to go with this Crystal Skull. I think stalling is the name of the game in these dungeons because of all of the status effects I'm putting on the enemies. So they can stack up more poison and stuff. Motivation changes. That's good. Doctor we don't need. Trainer we could go to. Let's take a look at our minions. This person could go take a break, and we have some people that can come back in, like so. So let's go to the trainer. And some of these characters... Oh, let's see. This person would get health and armor. Gains plus 10 speed per stack of thorns. I do want to train this one up and see if there's a way to make this character really cool. It's unstable elemental. This level 1 would get some health. This person would get tankier. Do a little bit more damage with this skill. This person would also get tankier. Attacks also target heroes affected by frostbite for 30% of final damage. Oh, cool. But this character doesn't actually provide frostbite on its own. I think we want to train this one. I really want to figure out how to make this one work. Let's do that. Okay. Next week, we're going to have to go to an event because we have enough for one, but, you know, it's fine. A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster you spot on the job market. Yes, I want to recruit it so bad, but I can't because I'm missing 16 gold. Please let me sell something. Please. Oh, no. 3 of these would be the dream. Okay, we could do a seminar. An outing amongst colleagues is always a joy. The trainer or a plunder. I think we need resources, so let's go plunder. We have a breeding farm to get motivation. In next dungeon, our monsters get enraged. What? We can do an isolated farm for a very small chance of injury for a fair amount of gold. Or disreputable tavern. Costs me money, but my volunteers get +1 motivation. My volunteers will be injured for 2 weeks, and I will find a monster. We get to pick the monster? I don't know, I mean... do I have 3 weeks? I don't know. Let's do it anyway. Okay, we got a new Earth Elemental. Okay. The volunteers came back without plundering anything, too drunk to remember the goal of their mission. They will need to go to rehab for 2 weeks. However, a monster they have helped during the Brawls decided to join your workforce for free as a sign of gratitude. Okay, we got Yuzora, the Earth Elemental. Looks like they will be ready next week, which is pretty good. And do we want to do a therapist or an event? We're actually doing pretty well in motivation, so I can afford to go to an event. Trainee has spilled a burning hot drink on you in front of the blood spice latte machine. Puck my life, 75 damage taken. I can punch or insult. I think we'll insult because tears I'm not really gathering. I'm gathering blood from killing. So we'll get the tears. And then we're ready for another week. So we have... Gonna ignore the regular adventurers, I think. And we can either get a trap and lots of money or a master bonus and a little bit less money. I think we'll go for the more money. So we'll do this one. So let's double check what our monsters look like. Now we have a lot of people ready to go in. I like the Earth Elemental Poison combo. So we might do these two and say the Fire one in here, and they can kind of work together. And then we'll take out... Oh yeah, the Thorns guys work together. So we'll put them... We'll do like this. Yeah, I like this. And then we'll have more choices here. Nobody needs motivation, so it's okay. Okay, so we wanted to do this one here for the trap and then more money, I think. Okay, good, good, good. Trap room first, then our monsters. So we might do nature weakness 6 so that our poison team will do more damage with their nature damage. We have here a ninja. Applies elemental weakness when attacking. Applies poison to the monster with the highest life at the start of each fight and does AoE nature damage. That's good. Sometimes these ninjas get immunity to poison damage, but this one didn't roll that, which is good. We have these berserkers. Oh, these guys are so dangerous because they make everybody do more damage. It's going to make these two a big pain. Oh no, fire damage. I don't have a way to resist that. Ugh. Front physical damage and front fire damage. So it's going to have to be Zora, our new one. Just got back from a brawl at the tavern. You're going to die on your first day on the job, unfortunately. And we have 2 treants, so it doesn't matter where they go. spell room, and then so if we do elemental weakness, we can also do the enchanted seeds. Fire damage and air damage in the back. What's the resistance like here? Resists fire quite a bit and not air, but it's a little bit of a waste. Passive ignores the first attack suffered. Okay. This room, I don't want to use the Thorns group because they're not really ready. So let's try using these two together in tandem. I think that'll work well. We need physical damage blocking in the front and fire damage in the front. Well, that's going to be this one. Or do we want to put this one in? Nature damage. Ooh, this one takes a lot of nature damage. Gains thorns. Oh, this one doesn't gain thorns from being attacked. That's one of the, I think that's the earth version of this Impaler. So he's really not good in a vacuum, I don't think. Let's plop in this guy. Uranus. Okay, and then we've got a trap room. Oh, look how festive this fireplace is. Little presents. Oh, that's a person in the fire. Oh my god. That's terrible. Burn. Penalties. Ice and frostbite. Now, I can do ice damage and nature damage. Air damage. So, probably just do the most damage. So let's check out their ice and fire resistance. So, fire is better. Ice is better. Ice is better. We'll hit them with the ice. We're all set.
I'm waiting for you.
Enraging. Okay. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Oh, be careful, friend. You're in trouble. Blocks the first attack. Oh, he survived long enough to hit. Okay. Nature weakness in the back, which we already have. Uh, 55. Or tiredness in the front. Damage reduced by 30% for 3 turns. I honestly don't know what to do here. These are both good. Nature weakness is very high on this character, so... But we don't need it much longer. These characters aren't doing any nature damage. And we won't be doing it again until we get to our master. So the nature weakness doesn't matter. So let's do tiredness to this one. Like how he lights up when he attacks. Oh, he made it. Doesn't matter though, because this bounces. Ouch. Oh. Let's hit him with the so they all have nature weakness, so let's hit him with this, give him elemental weakness, which will help with this next fight. Ooh, that's big damage. Okay. This character's not going first. Okay. So we could do AoE, apply burn. Magma Ball, apply more burn. But this character resists fire pretty well. Or Spark. So I think we need to do Inferno. Especially when burn does more damage from this artifact. Now we could apply this damage because they've got burn on, so it'll do double damage. Which I think we might want to do. I think so. So now they all have air weakness, so one of these does more. Yeah, here we go. Air resistance is negative, so this one does double damage to people with negative air resistance, which they all have a lot right now. Wow. But it does ice damage. So, and applies frostbite. What in the world? We'll stack up the status effects. Look at all of them. God, so many. Nice, he didn't make it. Uh-oh. Alright, we've still got an Inferno to apply here. And then we can do this double damage. Oh yeah, they're screwed. Let's pop a quick Inferno on them and then they die. Nice. Good job, Arnis. Oh, we get to pick our trap. So we've got a Cursed Prism. Applies elemental weakness of 3. Not something we super need in this dungeon. We have, or in this run, we have plenty of traps and spells that give us this option, but not a bad choice. Nature damage and applies poison. This could work out quite well because it'll mesh well with our poison team, because those stacks will already be a couple in place by the time we start putting new ones on there. Or Poison Dart does a lot of nature damage to just the one in the front and applies poison 3. So, I like the idea of the AoE one. Let's do that. Let's do this big frog guy. We got some blood and some gold. Motivation changes. And that'll do it for this episode because we are all out of time. So thank you for joining me. That was a really fun dungeon. I really enjoy using this team here. And they need to go take a break. And you guys are okay for now. So join me for the next episode and we'll keep moving on through here. I think the year ends around week 38 or so. I don't know if it changes on a mission by mission basis, but maybe only a couple more episodes before we're actually done with this run, but we'll see how we go. So I'll see everybody in the next episode.